guys, welcome back to cooking pink food.
So I got some pork butt here. I'm making a pork and gravy. We're just gonna let this thicken up all on its own. Make a nice thick gravy without using any thickening agent. No roux, no nothing. This is gonna be fun. And what I did was I seasoned 2 sides of the cube with some salt, black pepper, some Tony's, garlic and onion powder, paprika, cayenne pepper. After seasoning 2 sides, just went ahead and mixed it in. Now it's time to fry these up, just till they're nice and golden. Just gonna brown them on all 4 sides and then into the Dutch oven. Now I'm gonna have to do this in 2 batches because I don't want to overcrowd my pan, or else it's not gonna let it brown the way like that. I'm not gonna give it that pretty char. All right, let's take a look at one. Do that, and then right into the Dutch. And I'm gonna work on this batch, and I'll be right back. Chicken stock going here. All right, and of course, in the same pan that I cooked my pork in, I'm going to add my vegetables, starting with my onion. And here I have a small onion, got a couple of ribs of celery, about a half of a large bell pepper, and a quarter of the red, which I'm actually just putting in because it was about to go out on me and I don't want it to go to waste, so it's going in there. Left behind is my garlic. All right. And don't worry, the vegetables are too big. They're going to become one with the gravy. All right, now I'm just going to season this with a little bit of salt and black pepper, and that's it. And not too much either, because we got a lot of seasoning going on here. We don't want everything to become too salty, too spicy. All right, now here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to shut my heat off, and then I'm going to add my garlic. All right, this is just to keep the garlic from burning. Oh, it smells so good. All right, we got all our meat in there resting, and I'm about to put the vegetables in. Right, now, since I'm working with 2 very heavy pots and pans, I moved it over here to the sink, and I'm just gonna hate this scraping sound. Sorry. All right, now you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna move on to my roux stick. I call this my roux stick because this is what I use to make my roux for my gumbo and for so many other things. You can totally tell the difference between my roux stick and the rest of my wooden spoons and spatulas. I'm comfortable doing this. This is my chicken broth. And if you feel uncomfortable pouring it directly into the pot just like this, I suggest you pour it into a bowl after it cools and then transfer it into this. All right. Oh, look at that. All right, it wasn't enough liquid to cover all the meat, so what I'm gonna do is some water into the pan where I cooked all my vegetables and my pork, and I'm gonna get all that flavor out. All right, I'm not scraping. I am just gonna pour this right in there. Pouring it all right in. That's all flavor, guys. If you think that was it for the broth, for my chicken stock, that wasn't it. I'm gonna go one more time and add it right back into the pot with another half a cup of water, or a cup of water. I'm just mixing it all up, getting everything out of there. Still yellow, you see that? We almost lost all of that flavor. All right, we got everything in there. Now I trimmed most of the fat off of the chicken from my stock. I trimmed most of the fat off from my pork, as you can see, before I chopped it up and seasoned it. So we don't have to worry about all that fat coming to the top and having to strain it. Nope, from here on out, it's all gravy, baby. All right, it hasn't been a whole hour yet. I know I said I was gonna wait an hour, but been about 40 minutes. It got a little bit thicker. Meat's not quite tender yet. No, although it's not tender and gravy's not thick, it is cooked all the way through. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a taste now to see if it's where I want it to be. Oh, okay, it's definitely where I want it to be. But if it's not that way for you, now would be the time to add more stuff. Like I said in the beginning, you don't want to add too much salt. This is the time you want to add it. You can put in, but you can't take out. So here we go. Just go ahead and put the lid back on and set it for another 45 minutes. Hey guys, all right, we're back. I got some rice going, got some corn going, and it's been about almost 2 hours simmering, and look at that. Gravy is nice and thick. Now let's go check on that meat and see if it's tender enough. Here we go. Yep, look at that. Look at that, just being able to cut it with the side of my fork. So it's ready. All right, now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and shut my heat off. Go in there with 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter. And you want this at room temperature because you want it to just melt right in. And that butter is gonna just give not only, some additional flavor. Who doesn't love the flavor of butter? But it's going to add a nice velvety texture to our gravy. But it's doing it already. You see that? All right. And the final touch, a little bit of green onions, just to freshen up this dish. All right, and we are done. You can do this with potatoes. You can add some andouille sausages in there. All right, now I'm ready to pour some of this nice velvety, flavorful gravy right over the rice. Guys, I can't wait to dig in. Hope you try this out. And when you do, enjoy.
Bye-bye.